Truth isn't trendy, it's eternal, positioning Israel doctrine as timeless and unshakable. I don't follow the crowd, I follow the covenant. Separates the movement from popular culture. The streets talk, I correct them. Asserts authority and credibility in debates. Israel doctrine, where facts cut deeper than feelings. Appeals to logic over emotion. If it's not scripture, it's just opinion. Keeps focus on the Bible as the foundation. I'm not here to be liked, I'm here to be right. Bold, confident tone that builds respect. This isn't religion, this is restoration. Shifts the brand from dogma to revival of truth.
Peace, everyone.
As we know it, yeah. Come experience. As we know it.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Global Empire Entertainment Media. Are not ready. If you are, step right. It's going down. Global Empire TNT Media is now live. Are you ready for it? Global Empire Entertainment live stream. Welcome to the show. Yes, we are live and we're great. Prepare for the greatest live stream available.
And here we go now. Welcome everyone. Welcome. I'm going to go on to my other outlet as well because they have been waiting on this interview. And I just want to say thank you so very much for reaching out. This is none other than Israel Doctrine, you guys. Israel Doctrine. We're going to get right into the interview, if you don't mind. If you don't mind, please tell us who you are, first of all, for those that may not know who you are.
Well, I'm known as Carl Lambert, but my name is Carl Lambert Davis. I was born in Chicago in 1977. In 1996, I started learning about Israelites, and I came up with the term Israel Doctrine. People out there thought I was Israel Doctrine, but Israel Doctrine is actually the 66 books of Bible KJV. And outside of that, I fight for human rights, humanity, and I'm an info activist. So I put information out there and make it active in the community. So,
yes. An info activist. Okay, now that's a new word. Now, let me ask you, why did you decide to take on the name Israel Doctrine, though, of all names?
They gave it to me. Israel Doctrine is a entertainment company. It's LLC. But once I put it up and told people about the LLC, they didn't worry about the LLC. I was Israel Doctrine. So I said, okay, I can be Israel Doctrine. I'm the face of it. I'm the voice of it. I'm the steward. Why not?
I understand. I
I'm Israel
understand.
Doctrine.
The reason why I knew who you were before you even reached out is because I follow a lot of things that are going on in the different communities. We have the conscious community. We have what's called the Black community. We have so many different communities, as they say, you guys. But when I heard your name, and then I started doing my research, and then I went to some of your old YouTube. And then I realized, I said, oh my goodness, he is coming hard. He is coming really, really hard. That is one thing that I did admire, is that you stood on your square. But let me ask you this. You have something coming out very, very soon. Well, not very soon, but April the 1st. And I want to talk about that date as well. What do you have coming out on April the 1st of 2022?
Well, I got the long-awaited documentary. It's called "What's Happened? What Happened to That Boy?" Hashtag WH2TV. What happened to that boy? So if you type it in, you'll find my stuff. But that's what I got coming out. I've been telling people for years now. I'm gonna bring it out because April the 1st, 2013 is the start of it all. Everything that we know, all the whatever. It's everything we know started April the 1st, 2013. And what I'm talking about is the Africa Bambaataa Zulu Nation child trafficking, pederast, and all this other stuff people been hearing in the news.
Okay, let me ask you this on that point. When did you decide to get involved in this issue and why?
Well, in 2016, this is when like the official date has been put out there now. 2013 don't get talked about. 2016 get talked about because you had victims come out. As the author, Dave Wedge of Noisy Vice magazine said, why have these guys came out with these accusations 30, 40 years later? Well, my thoughts always been they came out because in 2013, it was said by an author, a blogger, Khalil Money is his name. The Africa Bambaataa was gay and he was date raping people. And that shook the world up because one of the founding fathers, one of the Trinities, Africa Bambaataa, from the get down, was out here raping little boys. So when that came out in 2013, it never hit my ears. But in 2016, Troy Terrain, y'all know him as Star, came out and told the world with Ron Savage. And then after that, he brought another guy out by the name of Hassan Campbell. Hey, this sparked my interest.
I bet it did.
I'm from a small town in Arkansas, and boom type fishing had been going on. I learned about this stuff. Tupac Shakur, when I had a baby, sex with a cousin and watched the Jordan. So this stuff was deep in my spirit, even though I'd never dealt with it. I've seen some of this stuff happen in life, but I was so young, I didn't understand what it was. Never happened to me. So it touched me when I heard it. I said, oh, I'm an info activist. Time to get active. And I got active. I reached out to Hassan Campbell. He spoke to me for a sec, and then he disappeared. He wouldn't talk to Sadnetta. And so that I thought I'd never talk to the brother again, but I reached out again, and he gave me an interview. But before he gave me an interview, he gave me a pre-interview.
Who did, Hassan?
Yeah, he talked to me for hours. And then when we did the interview, I was like, this is nothing like what we talked about. You was talking about killing Sarnetta, you was talking about killing Bambata, you was talking all this crazy stuff.
This was in the pre-interview.
In the pre-interview, we was talking about Shaka Up Moses, which is a conscious community figure, him being gay and being the one that called in the star and said I was the one that freely had sex with Bambata and all that. We talked about all of this stuff. Young Pharaoh, we talked about all this stuff. When I got him in the interview, though, he acted like he was afraid to speak about it. So my spidey senses went off. We call them Israelite senses or whatever. My discernment kicked in. I said, this brother here is about some BS. He's not about what he's claiming. He's out here and he's being the face and the voice of this so-called movement that the conscious community started, that Troy Star Terrain started, but he's not the guy. He's a BL, he's a big liar. So after that, things started unfolding because he attacked my mother.
Who did?
Birthday.
Who did?
Her son Campbell. He attacked my mother. He said he would dig up her grave, piss in it, poop in it, do all that. I was like, dude, my mother is dead. You're dumb, number one, because you're attacking my mother. You're hitting a spot in me that you're not gonna be able to deal with. I can't come to New York and get on some ghetto stuff with you. But hey, I am a black man and I always love my mama, so you messing up. But I didn't want to get niggerish with it. Because number one, I don't claim to be a black man or Israel or this or that. I'm an Israelite. So I wanted to do it in a uplifting way. And since I'm an info activist, this information came across my path one day. I was watching Queen's Flip. That's a YouTube influencer.
Mm-hmm.
You know him? So he was interviewing her son. Now I already had seen him interview or talk about the stuff, and I bigged him up. I was all in this chat like, Queen, you the man. Because I ain't see too many people dealing with this Africa Bambata stuff. Everybody was afraid of it. So those who did easily hit my radar. I was finding out who everyone was. No problem, because everybody wasn't dealing with it. They was afraid of it. So he was interviewing her son after he had talked about my mother like she's a dog. My deceased mother, black woman. Y'all, some people call them goddesses or whatever. But he attacked my mother. Now I hold grudges when you go at my mother. People know this. I watched The Godfather. I shouldn't let them know that it touched me emotionally, but they learned because I had another dude attack my mother. Several people then did it once they seen that, oh, he'll get mad if you attack his mother. So I never even attacked my mother. So I was like, okay, I owe him. So when that information flew across Queen's Flip, he said he took a picture to murder the boy for Bambata. I said, oh, HASHIT. Hey, look, this guy here, this is a phony. He's not a activist against Bambata. He was willing to kill people for Bambata. Actually killed a guy that he date raped and stabbed him to protect his manhood. He said he was gonna kill him. I thought the world would be excited to hear this. Because they heard him say it, all of them. They heard it say it. They heard him say it. They heard him put this out here in the YouTube streets, as I call them. Most people like using the term now, YouTube streets. Well, that's what I made them, the YouTube streets. Because I used to listen to Brad Jordan. He said the only place MF will keep it real is the hood, in the ghetto. It's the only place a Negro will keep it real. So I was like, people say I ain't street enough or whatever. I'm gonna make these YouTube streets mine. So when I heard that, it started with PR9Es, what happened to that boy? That was the first hashtag. And then I just moved it to what happened to that boy, hashtag WH2.
We're gonna go into what happened to that boy, but this is a song, ironically, that was sent to me in my inbox from Dr. Inky. Now, isn't this ironic?
Is what Griselda. Oh, it's that time to start robbing niggas now. If I jack for life for them cars, you know how he go. He's stunting rentals. I might get knocked by the Rebo, plus he's snitching. That's new cars and probation. I'ma have to rob Sonetta old ass for them YouTube donations. Once I start robbing niggas, you gonna see the bitch come out rich. He gonna try to hide behind Cam Bottom, Professor Griff, for real. Add more niggas to the pot, it's how you spoil thieves. I'm taking Cam CD money and Soleil royalties. Rich gonna try to call the pills over this pistol shit. But that's only gonna get them niggas robbed for like crystal shit. Rich gonna call Supernova next, but I can handle the ball. I wait for him to go OT and sneak rob his store. I ain't touching him with that nigga. You got a couple screws loose for real. King Simon is a puppy. He the conscious blues now. He a big dog and the elder, so I'm sorry, bro. But you and Lloyd laying down for that numerology, though. This ain't serious. Being conscious can make you delirious. So we live and have fun, but I'm just saying, shit get different when the rabbit got the gun. This ain't serious. Being conscious can make you delirious. So we live and have fun, but I'm just saying, shit get different when the rabbit got the gun. Mama Bill gon' call me on the phone like Inky was up. I'ma just rush her off the phone and send her. I hope Rizzy 19 and Ben don't think I'm funny. I'm tying Muslim niggas up for that bean pie money. We kidnapping Wesley for ransom like a movie. He got Farrakhan fuck around and keep him. We got Nuri Muhammad, Billy Carson, brand new, building his bag. But I'm a pistol with that nigga. He be stealing my swag. If you waiting for me to rob Unc and Chief, you on those streets. It's way too much heat trying to rob the police. Now when I catch Jabari slipping, you gonna think I'm tripping. I'm giving my Israelites the description. Get everything Egyptian. Robbing Curtis Court easy. He's still on Cosby Pudding. I'm robbing Black Dot for IP and antique video footage. We're kicking in Garfield's door looking for finance profit. But we ain't find nothing but other programs in his closet. This ain't serious. Being conscious can make you delirious. So we live and have fun, but I'm just saying, shit get different when the rabbit got the gun. This ain't serious. Being conscious can make you delirious. So we live and have fun, but I'm just saying, shit get different when the rabbit got the gun. Professor Smalls did it too. His pockets large enough, that nigga wow. He wound up robbing us to get back on my feet. I caught Jack Hassan luxury beat. I robbed Jack Frost and Queen Split with they interviewee. And Jack Frost said, yo, we family. How you get me? Nah, shit, B. I ain't want to flip the thing you was with me. We got pulled over, somebody snitching. From my perspective, I did a double take. Oh shit, bro, Sanchez the detective. I had to bail out, nigga. I couldn't believe shit. So we caught shotgun for 10K and extensions and weed kits. I saw St. Cole for 2/5 with smack looks and more. I robbed them niggas and gave Party family half the loot. Reggie was crying when he saw the iron like, ayo, chill. I bought 20 pounds of DMT from Gano Grills. I tried to rob Sarah and said he pointing the gun barrel, but he ain't have nothing in his crib but pictures of young fellow.
Yeah, that was ironic when he sent me that. You know, I heard that it was out. I said, okay, shoot it to me. Let me ask you something. Israel Doctrine, what do you think about the conscious community?
Well, the conscious community is really a prison program. Most of them guys over there come from the prison. They go to the program, work release program. That's all it is. Sonetta is the HNIC, and he got work prison program. That's the way I see it. So it's nothing but convicts over there. And I don't think much about them. I've been trying to destroy it for years, but you know, people never get behind me. They never got behind me because the conscious community has been anti-Israel doctrine ever since they known of me. Even though I didn't won debates over there, I opened up a letter forum. I did a lot of things over there, but
let me ask you this. Why do you think they came at you so hard? Is it because you started outing a lot of the perpetrators? Call them that, perpetrators?
No. What happened is The name, my identity, the name, it made them fearful because I never said I was a Hebrew Israelite, but
Right.
that's all the conscious community is full of. Hebrew
So
Israelite.
you're not Hebrew Israelite.
I'm an Israelite.
You're
If you read in the
Israelite.
Bible, you'll never see the term Hebrew Israelite in there.
Right.
And
Okay.
if I can't read it, I don't believe it. I don't push it. I don't perpetuate it. I don't push it through the community. There's no info that I won't act about there in the community. But the Hebrew Israelites are also former inmates, prisoners, and they go over the side. Some are Mars, some are Maine. You know, like the mighty Hebrew, he used to be a pedophile. He went to jail. He was on the list where you got to write your name, let them know I'm in your community, protect your children.
Mm-hmm.
That's the mighty Hebrew. Now he tied them Hebrew Israelites on, out there at the vegan spot on the south side, 750, whatever. But the conscious community is full of cons, ex-cons. It's a prison religious program.
I break it down. I like linguistics and words, but conscience, conscious. That is the way that I look at them now. And it's so ironic that a lot of them, they started out with good intentions. You know what I'm saying? They were dropping the knowledge per se of what they believed in. And then once everything started coming out, we realized, whoa, these are nothing more than just
Well, see, a con, you got the word. You got con and you got pro. They not pro anything. They're cons. Conscious, con, just use the word con before any other word that you deal with them or relate to them, and you already know what community you're dealing with. They're cons. They're not pro. They say they pro-black. They say they pro-Pan-African. They say they these things, but they're actually con everything. They con you. Sadnetta is a bootlegger. He stole Ash Quaquacy stuff. He stole Irritated Genie stuff, bootlegged they stuff, and created the conscious community. See, the real conscious community started with a K. Sadnetta made it a C. He stole it. He's a bootlegger. So when you look at bootleggers and the money that they make from their bootlegs, Alton Sterling got shot and everything. If you out there selling merchandise that's supposed to be in the store, then you're a terrorist. Ain't that's what they call them now? If you out selling bootleg CDs, they call you a terrorist. The terrorist. Because you out there with stolen merchandise, making money that's not going back into the American system. So that's what this community was made of. That's why Polite now, everybody know about him. I've been telling them for years. That dude's a con. He didn't talk
let's
about
talk about the brother Polite. Renentech and the young lady. What is your take on that?
Well, the Kemetic community, because see, the Zulus are Zulu, Kemetic, and Moors. So I'm gonna put it on the Zulu community. I'm gonna put it on the Kemetic community. I'm gonna put it on the Moorish community. Now they can fight it if they want to, but that's their brother, Zulu, Kemetic, Moor. But the Kemetic community, they don't have any papyrus or nothing that's against homosexuality. So Africa, the Bambata, a representative of them, the Kemetics, is down with homosexuality. But they don't got nothing to say, Africa Bambata, you can't be around here sleeping with these young boys. So they came against it, but they ain't got nothing to fight against it. They can't use the Bible because they anti-Bible. So once again, this community is full of people that can't help you. They come with blackness. But when you come with blackness, then you get the black nationalistic stuff. Blacks don't have no civil rights. They civil mortus, as they say. You don't
Let me ask you this, my brother. When I started following everyone from Saw to Inky to everyone, what I realized is that it seemed to me, maybe I'm different and maybe you're different, maybe others are different, but it seemed to me as though they always had something on each other. Like you can tell when someone is being manipulated or someone is being threatened or whatever, because it seems as though they're always afraid to talk about one another until things start coming out, and then they start spilling everything.
But they in
Let
the
me ask.
lodge together. They're in the lodge together, and Masons really ain't supposed to tell on Masons. You get your tongue cut out.
I did see.
But
I did
them
see a
brothers
picture.
are in the lodge, like the Ra squad.
Right.
I outed them years ago that they was all Masons and which ones was Masons and stuff. I had them going crazy. They was like, this guy knows about our secrets. Because I'm an info activist. I go get information and I make it active. So I outed them all. But Polite's a Mason. Sarnetta is like a Stringer. That's why you see him with the Moorish hat on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Dr. Ben wears the Moorish hat at times and stuff. So people don't know that they got these Gasons, what they call them, gay Masons, and sitting over them.
Gasons. Damn.
Gasons.
Okay.
They gay Masons and stuff sitting over them. And they're doing this Mason theatric stuff to them all the time. You know,
Let me ask you.
in dialect. That's what they're doing.
Let me ask you this: do you think that there is a lot of rituals, when it comes to the conscious community? It seems as though a lot of the young boys are getting initiated.
Yes, that's how I outed Unc, because he said. That's how I outed Unc. They won't. Yeah, rituals. But see, when you're a goddess worshiper, this is what Khalil Money brought out. When you're a goddess worshiper, goddess religion like Easter, you got a goddess. The goddess name is Astarte. That's why you get Easter. Mm-hmm. Now, what did Astarte worshippers do? On Easter, they went and had orgies. When you have an orgy, young or old, take place in the orgies. Hey, let's get down. It's a sex religion, like it's all about sex. So when you worshiping goddess and you saying the black woman is a goddess and all of this stuff, then I know where your sexuality is. You'll go up in anything as long as it's got a hole in it. So
hey, he said it.
I don't hang around with people that'll go up in anything.
Let me ask you this. When you started coming out, right, against Poppy is what I'm going to call him. When you start coming out against him, how bad was the backlash that came at you?
Well, since I was the first to do it, people were surprised. They was like, what the? Not actually the first, because Tommy Sotomayor came out against him first. It was like, oh, you was having sex with him and this and that. He talked about him bad, but see, he was talking about Tommy having sex with his daughter and stuff and doing all these videos showing himself to his daughter with underwear on, with a towel, and you don't know that he had underwear on, but he act like he's showing himself to his daughter. Was a skit.
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, they was going back and forth. And Tommy, he don't play. He was just like, hey, look, you homosexual, you this and that, and he went at him hard. I was like, hey, man, you go hard or you go home, because you playing with these people in these YouTube streets, and these streets don't play. They will eat you alive. And Tommy Sotomayor is like one of the demons out there you don't play with like that. But he
Trust
played
me,
with
I
him,
know.
and he played with him. He got ate up. Then after that, see, after he did my interview, because I was just a lonely YouTuber. I don't do this stuff for money and stuff, though I done made money. They just shut down my channel, Israel Doctrine Reloaded. I had $400, my last payment, and now they closed that channel. I don't get no more money from that. But I was just a lonely YouTuber. I never did it for the glam, and this. I don't want to be famous. Though I have YouTube fame now, I'm famous. A lot of people know me. Like you said, he's talking about Bambaataa and stuff. This stuff will bring you a certain type of street fame. So I don't want to be famous. Right. But I was dealing with her son, and her son wanted to make me famous so he could get famous. So when he gave me the interview after that, he went to this guy in California named Kevin Gillespie. Kev Gills is a YouTube channel. And Kevin Gillespie told him how to get money. See, I didn't tell him how to get money because I wasn't chasing the money. I was just doing what I was doing, and I was a YouTube partner. Send me some money. If I get over $100, I'll take it. I'm not going to turn it away. So he called me up one day. He said, are you monitorizing my videos? Because other people have been monitorizing them. But what Kev was telling them is these people making money off of you. Now, Young Pharaoh, somebody I interviewed, was like the biggest interview I ever did. He thought he was Young Pharaoh when he first came out, though. So he thought I was getting $40,000, $50,000 off of this video. And he act like he got mad with me. I said, look, man, Kevin Gills is setting you up for failure. Because if you start chasing money as Hassan Campbell and you don't come up with a organization to help these children, the people going to attack you. Don't do it. So I made a show one day, and it was Go Hard or Go Home. That's the title. I just make titles up. So I said, Go Hard or Go Home. And I was telling them, I said, man, you need to make this organization for the children and stuff. You out here trying to get money as Hassan Campbell, and you going to get attacked for it. Couple videos later, this dude named Country Speculation attacked him. I agreed with him, so I was like, get him, Country Speculation. I'm jumping in too. That's when I started. I was like, this dude a fraud. Y'all finna give him all this money and stuff. It's not gonna help the children that's being molested. It's gonna help him and his children, his wife, and his buddies, and all the people he go out with, his moderators that he go on dates with and whatever. Y'all finna help him get paid. So that's when I started getting attacked by him. But see, at the same time, he came out and said Sarnetta was trying to get him killed on 125th Street.
I remember that, yeah.
So Sarnetta was against him too. Tommy was against him. Sarnetta was against him. I was against him. All these people had started coming against him. But see, him messing with Kev Gills, that was part of their plan. Kev Gills did the same thing. He came out. He hooked up with this guy named Digital Pit Boss, and he started attacking me and stuff. And when I started attacking back, though he was a little YouTuber, people said, oh, he at war with Israel Doctrine, and they want to watch this war. They want to see what's going on. So this is how people start getting the money up.
Are the YouTube thieves?
Yeah, they out here on YouTube starting personal wars like the conscious community. See, Polite had a war with everybody in the conscious community. That's how Natural Tahuti got locked up. Because Natural Tahuti called him out and said, let's debate now. He said, nah, you don't bring the crowd in. I'm not going to make no money with you, so I'm not going to debate with you. But they had a public dispute. And see, he was finna out Polite. But before he outed Polite, he got locked up. He in jail for life now, whatever. He's supposed to kill a couple people. There was some drugs and stuff. This is the conscious community. See, they don't want to help you make money, though you're a part of the conscious community. They're greedy, what people would call dogs. They're greedy dogs. They want all the food. And if you come over here by my bowl as them, stop being greedy. Let me eat. No, I ain't letting you eat, though. So only big dogs eat. So you got to weaponize the information. You got to make your information like a weapon. You got to go out here and take people's heads off. But people don't realize this because they see the battles, but they're not a part of the battle, so they don't know the strategy behind it.
Right.
So I never like to play chess. He's a strategist. He's a thinker. Not the best of thinkers, but he's a thinker. More than your average. So most people don't know what's going on. But see, I've been in the inside. When Tahuti got locked up, I debated a woman by the name of Dr. Maya in Atlanta. This is how I opened up the Atlanta community for the conscious community. Because they didn't have no debaters, and I was hot on the scene at the time, trying to get debates with the Ra squad. All of them was running, but they went and drafted her. She became an Ra squad member.
Mm-hmm.
And since they helped Nasi Yashavel take out SETI, they got her, Nas, and all these people got me down there in Atlanta. Didn't pay me no money for it. Got me down there in Atlanta and took my debate from me.
Mm.
Where the footage at? Oh, we ain't got the footage.
Mm.
So if you ain't got no footage, you can say whoever won.
Right.
The community don't know because they want another. People at the event know, but the community don't know. So then they take this Dr. Maya, who's a snitch, the one that tried to get young Pharaoh locked up for telling the world that she was out here telling people about her drug partners or whatever she was doing, because I didn't try to pay attention to it. But she's a known snitch. Sit right there in the conscious community, just like Emperor Sekhmet, let's kill all these police and stuff, sitting right there in the conscious community. So once again, that is the Pearson release program. Oh, you've been in trouble? Go over there and kick it with Sinetta and the rest of our prisoners. We got you in the program now. So I debated her. I beat her, but I couldn't prove it. So Sinetta, Nasi, the Ra squad, and all the rest of the country's community said she beat me. And the debate was a simple debate. Is the God of the Bible a friend or an enemy? Now, I'm supposed to have been around all these Israelites, though they call themselves Hebrew Israelites, Old Testament Hebrew Israelites. They don't care nothing about the New Testament. They gonna say the God of the Bible is an enemy. I lost the debate. She proved that the God of the Bible is an enemy. How? How do you even prove that? She was off subject. And this is how they started attacking me. Because see, when I came out, I was good. I was clean. The conscious community didn't know about me. But when their celebrities started attacking me, they had Captain Tazaria from the ISUPK. He wanted to say I was blowing people off and doing all this, talking about me bad. Oh, he only got 5 followers. I ain't got no followers. I tell people follow Jesus. So what my followers said, I don't want you to follow me. I want you to follow who I'm following. So they attacked me. That's how they tried to take my credibility away, but I'm very credible. And I don't care about them. I'm still trying to destroy them today. I'm trying to take the conscious community out.
Let me ask you this. Let's go back to AB is what I'm going to call him. When it all came out that he was actually doing this to the young boys, how many people do you think kept it a secret in the conscious community?
Oh. In the community, only a couple, but in hip hop.
Mm-hmm. He's stalling. Hold on, y'all. You probably got a call.
Red Alert, cool DJ Red Alert. You hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
That cool DJ Red Alert told him, look, Bambaataa is a pioneer. And they went in the party. Bambaataa was sitting down, drinking and eating grapes from little Puerto Rican boys that was dressed like girls.
Wait, say that again. Say that again. It was little
Bambaataa was sitting down,
right.
eating grapes and drinking from little Puerto Rican boys that was dressed like Egyptian princesses. At this party, DJ Cool Red Alert wanted him to bodyguard him in. So it's like, you telling me you ain't seen this man sitting down eating from young Puerto Rican boys, grapes and stuff? Come on, Red Alert, why you lying? Or this other guy lying? You gotta have conflict with him now, because he said you told him overlook that stuff, but you told Lord Jamal that you had no idea that Bambaataa was messing with little boys.
So basically, the hip hop community knew. The conscious community, they were just catching on. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, because the hip hop community is what outed Africa Bambaataa for the April 1st, 2013 gay and date rape and stuff. So this guy, this federal informant, not just a guy, he's a federal informant. He used to be down with Yahweh ben Yahweh, them Hebrew Israelites down there in Florida that was chopping heads off. He testified against him. He went to the feds, gave them the information, went to the courthouse. I don't know how much his testimony had to do with anything, but he testified and got put in WICSET, Witness Protection. He got put in there. Now, while he was in witness protection, he was school and have a right. So he started becoming an author and stuff. He started writing for Straight Stun magazine, DJ K. Slay. DJ K. Slay is pretty much hip hop, nowadays hip hop. Sweet Streeper and the Drummer King and stuff. Well, when this incident happened, DJ K. Slay got on the phone, called to Denver, Colorado, and told this guy, hey, Africa Bambaataa blew up this boy battleship and got stabbed. And the story went from there. So hip hop is the one that really outed Bambaataa. DJ K. Slay, though, he don't want the fame for it. He's known for other stuff. He don't want to be known for saying Africa Bambaataa, they raped this boy and got stabbed. But
let me ask you this. What happened to that boy? There are two questions that have always, we've always asked in different communities. One, and we do know that a lot of times, you know, victims, they will wait or they're too embarrassed to come forward with their truth, right? Two, okay, let's go with the first question. Why do you think it took so long for him, for Poppy to come forward and say this is what he did? And why do you think he actually came forward?
Well, it's a timeline thing.
Mm-hmm.
See, right after Bam went to the hospital for the stabbing, he said in a news article with Dave Wedge, a white Canada reporter, he said Bambaataa told him, I want you to take care of this problem.
Mm-hmm.
He also said that the Zulus was like, hey, don't get involved in this. You're going to go to hell if you get involved in this. Because they know Bambaataa wanted the boy dead for stabbing him. He won't tell the world, look, this guy stabbed me because I blew up his battleship and I want him dead now. But everybody was like, why did he get stabbed? And you say he's messing with him. Because see, Star said the fruit of Islam was there. The nation of Islam, the fruit was there. They went seen Africa Bambaataa. When they found out that he was blowing up battleships and got stabbed up, they got up out of there. Hey, we gone. We don't want to be a part of this. We don't want to be around this scene because then it's going to come back to us and the minister got to deal with it and all this other stuff. We don't need this. You are our brother, but we out of here, bro. You out here sleeping with children. We can't be a part of that. We already had the Elijah Muhammad and the Malcolm X thing. The nation don't need that. So the fruit was there, But after the fruit and everybody left, he told her son, I want you to take care of this problem. Now, her son is an ex-lover. See, everybody thinks he's a victim, but he's an ex-lover. To just make it plain and clear, we're not going to get too intelligent and play like we in it. He used to be in sexual exchanges with Bambaataa. He said he loved Bambaataa like a father. Now we know he really saying I love him like a lover, but you know that's his language. But he in love with Bambaataa. In his interview with Sarnetta in Bronx River, he said, we got to clear Bam's name. That's what the Zulus said. But that was the mission. Clear Bambaataa's name. So, from my breakdown, and when I'm producing this, What Happened to the Boy documentary, it's the timeline. When DJ K. Slade and Khalil Money came out, they said Bambaataa was gay. Now, let's give him an out. I'm gay. I'm not a pedophile. But you're sleeping with young boys. You're a pederasty to be exact. That's what they call it, pederasty. Old men sleeping with young boys. You're the black Nembla. North American means loving boys. So they gave him an out. But see, Khalil Money is a straight advocate for the homosexual community. And he was getting DJ K. Slade to bring homosexuality into hip hop. They would have the gay rappers up there at Shade 45, taking pictures and stuff and doing stuff and introducing them to the heterosexual hip hop community. So when he said he was gay and he was date raping, he said the first people he turned that article into, hey, look, y'all, Bambaataa is gay and he date raping people, was the homosexual community. Because they was trying to get Africa Bambaataa over into the homosexual community. The ones with the rights. See, if you say he a black guy out there raping, well, he ain't got no civil rights, we gonna hang him. We got a witch here, we gonna set him on fire and do all the other stuff. Going, get your picnic basket, we got one. But when you make him gay, then you put him in that LGBTQ, we'll add the P for pederasty or pedophiles or whatever. When you put them in that community, you just put them in a safe community. So all along, they trying to get Bambaataa over here into this LGBT community when he's a pederast. The LGBT community, they don't like to deal with the pederasts. Man, y'all sleeping with children. I'm sleeping with another man and I'm sleeping with another woman, but we ain't sleeping with the children. You can't bring that in our community and have that stigmata on us. We don't sleep with the children. They already say we sleep with the children, but we trying to adopt children and stuff. We can't have that in our community. Glad and everybody is like, hey, what's going on? But see, this is the unspoken thing. So, as I told you before, when I started coming out against all of this and asking what happened to that boy, I went to several people first. I went to Troy Terrain first and say, do you know her son was supposed to kill this boy? He just said it on Queen's Flip. Did you know that? Well, he started telling me stuff and sending me tape of their interactions, like, hey, I know this and I know that, but he didn't say he did. Then I went to Layla Wells, a Chicago journalist who did the documentary Trapped in the Culture, the first gay hip hop family. Once again, trying to make him gay. I'm trying to make the Zulus gay. They trying to get this homosexuality into hip hop. So I asked her, I said, did you know your son was supposed to kill this boy? She said, it's nothing you're telling me that I don't know. Hold up. She know. And then I figured it out. I said, she know because Dave Wedge is in a documentary. And she keep up with this stuff like I do. She done read that article that said, I want you to take care of the boy that stabbed me by Bambaataa. That's what her son told Dave Wedge. So we know Dave Wedge told Star and he told Later Wells and he told all these people that was initially a part of this whole thing that's been going down. I said, oh, SHIT. I done struck gold. I'm finna get this street fame now. But I'm finna get her son back for talking about my mother. That was the one that started the fight. When you talked about my mother, you pissed me off, and I'm gonna get you for that now. But the way I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna ask about this boy. And once I did that, the whole community was like, I had at least 20 to 30 people in my chat. I just started getting abandoned. Different people that came to me initially saying, hey, look, brother, I'm for you, this, that, and everything. They started running away from me. A couple people stood by me. Dollar Skills, he stood by me. Nerd Live, she stood by me. Them was my friends. That's my ride or die buddies right there. Everybody else, they started abandoning the ship. I'm like, what the hell happened? I thought y'all was against her son and y'all was down for what I was telling y'all. Mm-hmm. But everybody ran away. They didn't know me no more.
And we're talking about the young boy that stabbed Bambaataa, and they took Bambaataa to the hospital. And since then, the young boy has disappeared off the face of the earth, correct?
Correct. Nobody knows who the young boy is. They say they know his name. I forget the name they call him, but they started putting his name out there and stuff and everything. Star Troy Terrain did 2 videos asking, please help us find the young man that stabbed Bambaataa. Mm-hmm. He couldn't find him. Others didn't ask. They couldn't find him. I started a movement and I can't find him.
No one has seen or heard from. What about the boy's family?
If you don't know who the boy is, you don't know who his family is. But they know who the boy is. They know his name.
Okay, let me ask you this. Could there actually have been another boy? It could have been a boy that everyone is protecting.
It could have been a lot of things. But the question is, where is the boy at that got date raped and stabbed Bambaataa? Where is he? Her son took a picture overt. You know, you got the covert, that's the hidden, but he did an overt thing. He took the picture, went bought some gas, put it in his car, and went looking for the boy. He did an overt act to go and kill that boy. So you gonna tell me, in all likelihood, he didn't kill the boy? No. In all likelihood, the boy is dead and rotting somewhere in the trash field or something in New York City, and no one cares. And because Israel Doctrine asked the question, where is this boy? The hell with it. But see, Khalil Money said DJ K. Slate told him in 2008 that Bambaataa liked them young boys. So in 2013, when he said, hey, he just date raped and got stabbed, Khalil Money already knew he was messing with them young boys. But as a reporter, he didn't feel it was his job because his hip-hop boss, K. Slade, didn't tell him to publish it. But he told you this man is gay messing with young boys. And he wouldn't report it. I tried my best.
Right.
Me and Khalil Money was cool. I tried to get him, since he was already in the witness protection. I don't know if you heard. He was already with the federal marshal. I was trying to get him to get them to look into it. He said, I ain't gonna do that because if I start talking to them about this, they gonna put me deeper in Woodset. They gonna lock me away. People ain't gonna know who I am. I'm gonna have to change my name and identity. And he didn't want to go through it no more. So he didn't want to help out with what DJ K. Slade had gave him to help out with. Because DJ K. Slade didn't have to say nothing, but he had a write-up in the Midwest, out there in Denver, Colorado, that if I give you this story, you're going to write about it and it's going to blow up. Mm-hmm. Now, did DJ K. Slade know that he was a FBI informant? Because he didn't had him at his parties. He didn't had him around different hip hop artists and stuff. And all these people was dealing with this guy, but they didn't know that they was dealing with an informant. Because the hip hop community, from Jay-Z and all the rest, they deal with informants now. But they don't want to talk about that in hip hop. But all of them got informants around them.
That's what I was going to speak on next. We know that because I've noticed too that a few in the hip hop community, they got out of a lot of their charges very easily. And that goes to the concept of how many rats are there in the conscious community? How many snitches? How many informants?
It's a lot of shitty cuz out there.
Mm-hmm.
The guy that killed, Nipsey Hussle, hip hop informant. So it's a lot of them out there.
Let me ask you a few more questions. With this documentary, what do you hope that this will achieve?
Well, once again, I'm an info activist, so I don't care if it achieve anything. I got to put the information out there and cause it to be active in the community. It's a conversation that needs to be had in the community,
yes.
And that's what started Troy Terrain and the rest of these people, Layla Wheels and K. Slade and Khalil. That's why they destroyed my channel. They went over there, false flagged my channel, didn't have no copyrights to the stuff, and YouTube just took it. They did it twice. The first time they took all my channels down. I had Carl Albert, Israel Doctrine MCEO, that was one. I had Israel Doctrine. I had Israel Doctrine Loaded. I had Black Intelligentsia. I had Searches. They took all my channels down. And I was like, why they did that? I only did an offense on one channel. Take that channel down, and then I go back to my old channel and have fun. They took them all down for about 3 or 4 months. I wrote them letters. I said, hey, look, man, this woman is attacking me. She got me in court. She'd hit me with a slap case. I'm up here in Chicago fighting a slap case for a whole year because she said I was stalking her. I'm in Arkansas, but I'm stalking her in Chicago. So they said electronic stalking.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they got it. So I was down in, I forget what street, but I was in domestic violence court because they call it domestic violence. So I'm down in the domestic violence court. So then she lied and said I had machine guns and stuff talking about killing them. So the judge then told her, go tell the police. But what her and the judge did, they set up another court date for me to go to court. We was going to actually have a trial. So I come up here for trial, and I'm standing in the domestic violence courtroom. I'm standing up there. And the judge ain't coming in the time, and she ain't coming. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So all of a sudden, I see the police come in the building. So I go to the restroom, and I'm moving around the elevator and stuff, and they come at me because they thought I was finna leave. Because the court hadn't started none of that stuff. They came at me. They said, hey, look, man, get off that cell phone. Did all this stuff, but they wouldn't read me my rights. They just arrested me and threw me in the van and wouldn't lock me up for 3 days. Because they couldn't get the judge to get me in the courtroom the next day to either sentence me or give me bail. So since they didn't do the paperwork and stuff right, I had to stay in the jailhouse another day. Then I went back to the domestic violence court. That's where they gave me bond and sentenced me. So then they sentenced me to Cook County. I was supposed to go stay in there unless I paid the bond. So luckily, the family got a little money. Got nothing but family in Chicago. They got a little money, came and got me. Hey, look, man, y'all need to pay that bond and get me up out of here. Because what they was trying to do, they was trying to get me locked up in Cook County. And they was going to have, from my perspective, because Star Troy Terrain said, Layla Wales has O-Block family. They was going to get me in there and try to get them O-Block brothers or whoever, GDs, folks, War Condom hustlers, whatever they are, to try to take my life. I was gonna have to go in there and get on some real gladiator stuff.
Yeah.
So luckily they didn't get me back there in the population. Family came, got me. I was like, well, y'all saved my life. I think I was gonna die tonight, but hey, I'm out now. So they can't get me. Because I won't talk noise about her in the manner that I did. I was calling her hood rat, hoochie mamas, and all of this, ghetto queen. I was
Ooh, wait.
She was getting very upset. But he told him I was stalking her. And when I started, I said, okay, I know how to deal with this. I started getting on my YouTube channel. And I said, look, this woman has got a slap case against me, a strategic lawsuit against public participation. And she done pulled a Jason Smollett on me. She done said I'm stalking her when I ain't stalking her. And she saying I'm pulling out guns and stuff, and I ain't done none of this stuff. She done lied to these people in the courtroom.
Now tell the truth.
For real, she was lying to the people in the courtroom.
Did you or did you not?
No, I attacked her. But I wasn't stalking her.
Wait, how did you attack her?
She went on Facebook and started talking about stuff that I talk about. That's how I set most people up. I give them. So I said when I was young, I used to look up on the teacher dress. She went over there on her page and talked about that. I tell people I ain't had no woman, I ain't had no sex in a while and stuff. You know, I'm a biblical guy, so I ain't out here making my sister whores. She went talked about that. She went talked about all this stuff on her Facebook page because she was mad at it.
I bet she was. You were calling her hood rats and hood this and hood that.
She wouldn't make no YouTube.
I got your hood rat. I got your hood rat.
Yeah,
wait. What she say? You need some money on your books. You need some money on your books. So
she was mad. She went.
Yeah, you took the L on that one.
On her Facebook about me.
Yeah.
And so since she did that, it was no holds barred. It's just you might as well have talked about my mother then. So okay. I got this be now. Right. She want to be a queen bee, I'm gonna treat her like one. I got her now. So it was what it was. See, what they fail to realize is I'm a fighter. I'd had to fight all my life. I was born in Chicago, Illinois. I went back to Park in Arkansas. Then I came back to Chicago, Illinois. I was like 4th grade, 10 years old. All I had was my mother. My siblings was around, but they had their own children. So all I had was my mother. McDonald's, that's all I ate and stuff. You know, I just lived a ghetto life. I stayed in 534 West Division. I lived a little ghetto life. But when I got old enough, for 10 years old, my mom said, I got to move him out of Chicago because he's going to become, the building was full of GDs and stuff. He going to become a gangster. Because my bloodline and my family bloodline, the men are very hot-headed. I used to ask, why my dad and my uncle them so quiet? I said, oh, they got that ignorant in them and they don't want it to come out, so they stay quiet. But I ain't learned to be quiet. I was hanging with my mama, and ooh, she had a big mouth. And her sisters had a big mouth.
Right.
My cousin them always said, you just like your mom, you got an old foul mouth because I love to curse. I learned it from her.
And that mouth got you in a whole lot of trouble over these years.
I got it from.
Let me ask you this, my brother.
Oh yeah, well, I've been told since I was young, my mouth gonna get you killed. That's what I've been told. Your mouth gonna get you killed, murdered.
Let me ask you this.
My mouth,
knowing that the documentary is coming out April the 1st, why did you choose that date again for next year to premiere the documentary?
It's the anniversary.
The anniversary of what?
April the 1st, 2013 is when the article was told to be written, because that's when Bambaataa date raped the young man and got stabbed by the young man for date rape.
So basically, you're You pouring salt on the open wound by choosing that date.
No, I'm just bringing it back to the date. Because
Okay,
no one
okay.
wants to take it. See, Layla Williams did a whole documentary. It never talked about April the 1st, 2013. She had the man there that wrote the article, but they never talked about that. Don't talk about that date. She told Satnetta, she said it on Satnetta TV. Won't nobody.
Stall. He'll be back. Hey,
They,
Chris. Mm-hmm.
she left me with an economic plus. Hey, I don't know how much money I'm gonna make, but hey, I'm gonna get fame and a name off of the action where that boy is. You know
Okay, okay. Let me ask you this then. You said you're gonna get the fame and the name. You see what happened last time, right? Are you ready for the repercussions when this comes out next
Yes.
year from
Yes.
the Zulu Nation, from
Yes.
Sa, from the conscious community, from the Hebrew Israelites?
Listen, in 2013, I was circumcised and baptized. But in
Okay, that's TMI. That's TMI with the circumcision now. I ain't want to hear all that, but keep going.
I mean, it's part of the covenant. That's the
No,
only
I
reason
understand. I just try to
But-
get a mental picture. That's all.
In 1996, I was calling myself a Tupac disciple.
Okay.
So thug life and thugging and stuff is what I was all about.
Okay.
I was up here chasing people trying to take a couple lives because they were talking about killing my babies,
Yeah.
abortion and stuff. So I didn't live that thuggish, ruggish stuff. I done lived all of that. But I said, I'm not going to die for that. I changed my life and said, I'm going to die for the Lord. So I've already chose death.
Well, I tell you what.
If you're knocking it, I'm going to answer one day. I done already chose it.
Come April the 1st of 2022, I want you to stay protected. I want you to be in that word all day and all night, because that's one day I'm gonna be scared.
The Lord already showed me that he's about saving my life. When he allowed me to get out of Cook County where they was trying to kill me yet, hey, y'all, they can't touch me unless the Lord God of Israel say, go get him. He's young. Right. You can have him. So I'm not worried about it. As long as I'm good with the Lord, I done had a stroke. This stuff, this. I've been fighting this since 2016. So the stress from it, in my family history, high blood pressure and stuff, caused the stroke to happen. Now, it wasn't that I was sitting up and then something happened to me and I was like, oh, I had a stroke. I was sitting up, I got up to go to the restroom and fell down. I said, hey, something about my body ain't right when I'm doing phone. So I called my family, and my brother said, you done had a stroke. I said, well, I ain't got the ugly face, because that's the only thing I knew about a stroke.
Ugly face.
You end up with the ugly face. So I said, I ain't got the ugly face. Well, he said, you don't need the ugly face to have a stroke. So I said, well, you call him and tell him to come get me out this house. And I survived a stroke. I'm starting to walk a little bit now. It's still with a limp because my left side it's got that paraplegic in it. So I'm moving like a paraplegic at times, but the Lord has shown me he with me, so I'm not worried.
That is actually one thing we do have in common, is I had a mini stroke on my left side, as a matter of fact. And it's so ironic because a lot of times when I'm on my music shows live, one eye will be closed, and then like they used to say, oh, are you always winking? I'm like, no, that's not winking. That's the after effects that every now and then, you can see it, but
I learned this side jumping like crazy.
Yeah. I learned to mask it really good now.
My pills for it. These are muscle relaxers. If I don't take these, I start hopping and jumping on this left side and be like, oh, what's going on? Yeah. So I got to take muscle relaxers to relax this side of my body. People told me I might need to go to the doctor and get the herbal, medicine, but
You know what? I'm going to be
missing.
interviewing an herbalist very, very soon. They have their own line out. And so I want to do this for a lot of the mothers as well that are always watching. Salute to those on the gram as well. Because I want to introduce us to holistic healing as well, so we can counterbalance. I'm not too keen on the modern medicine, Western medicine. I think we need to start going back to our
Well, let me help people that's taking the medicine, because
wait. Hold on. I just got an update from Mr. Skinny TV. It says Hassan Campbell missing after being threatened by Chicago gangsters. Wow, that's Mr. Skinny TV. I'm gonna be looking to see the updates on that. That's ironic. Wow. But
well,
yes, go ahead.
that's another thing. See, he's disrespecting Duck's mother.
Yes, indeed.
But he started disrespecting my mother before he disrespected any mothers. And everybody was like, hey, he buried his mama in his yard. He did all of that. And they never cared about my mother. So once he had the community laughing at him for disrespecting the mother, the dead, and all that, he kept going. They wouldn't get him off the internet disrespecting people's parents or the dead. He disrespected Puff Daddy baby's mama. What's her name? Kim. What's her name?
Kim. Mm-hmm.
Kim Porter. He disrespected her and everything. See, they won't get her son off the internet. And then you got all these fake gangsters out here talking, we do this and we do that, but they haven't taken care of him. See, he said he would get JoJo Capone to kill me.
Yeah.
Because him and JoJo was taking pictures back in the days and they supposed to be cool. So, as they like to say in Chicago, he called himself sending people off. I'm going to get JoJo to kill you.
Right.
You're going to get JoJo Capone to kill me. You're trying to get this man lined up with the FBI and stuff, talking about you going to get him to kill me. But his buddy, Doggy Diamonds, JoJo Capone buddy, would never step in and try to kill that type of conversation. There's a whole community of individuals that's been against me for the longest, for what I don't know.
But you know what? Let me tell you this too. One thing, and we kept saying, stop playing with Chicago people. Stop playing, because even our rappers, some of them, when they come home, they get shot on $1 million avenues. You know what I'm saying? So if we take out our own people, it's nothing to come for you. Because they're only gonna let you get away with so much. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I'm from Chicago, but I don't deal with Chicago politics.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
I'm willing to get gangster with them.
Yeah,
I'm willing to get out there in the streets with them and have a shootout or whatever. I'm willing to do that if I have to, but I don't start nothing with people in Chicago. Because this is where my family stay, and this is where I lay my head. I would be foolish to start.
Very, very foolish.
And people say, that's that dude from YouTube right there.
And I'm gonna tell you something. And one thing that Poppy is learning and everybody's learning is that you can be touched, especially by Chicago gangsters. I mean, they move in such silence that you won't even know that it was.
That's what I was trying to tell them. I was trying to warn them at first, like, look, man, you out here in these YouTube streets playing crazy.
Go out, come back in.
But these streets don't play, they go hard or they go home. And you don't force me to have to go hard, because I'm not going home. See, that's the problem with me. Ever since I've been young, they say you stubborn, you hard-headed, you won't quit. Hey, don't start it, and you won't have to bow down to me, because I'm not gonna quit. So when we get through, I'm gonna grab this bull by the horns and I'm gonna put his ass to the ground. If you don't want to get put to the ground, don't be the bull coming at me with your horns, because I'm gonna grab him and wrestle you down.
I just want to say,
that's what the community see. They say this dude here is stupid, but he not gonna stop.
They can't knock you off your square. There are a lot of times when I got knocked off my square because I was thinking about my family and so on and so forth. And then I realized I got to stand. I got to stand. I can't be afraid. I can't kowtow. I'm from Chicago. Like, that's what we do. We stand on our shit. You know what I'm saying? And so,
The economy said it's the Chicago way. So I'm born in Chicago and I know the Chicago way. I just don't really want to do this.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. And there are things that I don't do anymore. Now, when I have questions, I'll just interview certain guests. I'll just interview them. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is what we always wanted to know over here. Come on over here. You know what I'm saying? But it was so amazing. I didn't know who you were when I read your DM. I'm like, wait a minute, that name sounds familiar. And then I went to your page. I said, oh my goodness, I know who this is. But sometimes, I fall back. I let people reach out to me, and then that's how I'll do my interviews instead of chasing everybody without chasing
we were
it all.
friends. I'm seeing your page.
We were friends all the time, and I never even realized.
I said happy birthday to you because I say happy birthday to everybody. So
right. And I'm like, okay.
I looked at my news feed and I seen this show and I said, hey, she talk about what I talk about. I was like, well, she from Chicago, so I don't know if she want to get in this little Chicago mess that I got going on. But hey, listen, give me an interview. Let me tell the people that I'm going to drop this documentary because the industry or the news people outlets haven't been on my side.
Right.
See, at first it was cool with everybody because they was against her. But then when they realized that if you take her son out, you're gonna take Bambaataa out. It's like, well, we can't take her son out, and we can't let Israel Doctrine take her son out. See, Sarnetta, he used to be on my side.
Right.
But he got a little payout or something. Torch and Rain, all of them got paid off. Because Bambaataa sits over the Zulu Nation, which sits on 6 of the 7 continents. And he get those government funds in. See, Bambaataa, he ain't really got no money. He been trying to sue his record company for old money and different stuff. Bambaataa, he got some money, but he ain't got no. But the Zulu Nation, they got money. They got business. They own 6 of the 7 continents. They get their government money.
Right.
But see, that's why they can't let Bambaataa go down, because doing my research, if you are on that watch list for pederasty, messing with children, then your organization can't get money from the government no more.
Right.
So you can go out there and kill another brother. Pow, shoot him up. As David Sproul said, you go to Walmart, like, baby, kill up a person right in Walmart. But if you touch them children, the government said, we ain't giving you no money.
And what's so ironic? Right, what's so ironic about that?
They money off the government all the time. So we can't have our leader or the head of the Zulu Nation be known as a pedophile.
What's
so ironic? Stop all our money. We ain't gonna eat no more.
What's so ironic about that is that the government, I gotta say it the wrong way so they won't flag it, but the government, they're the biggest traffickers of the children in the sex industry. So you see what I'm saying? So they man, look, that's a whole different deal right there.
Government has showed me that they're with them. Because Government has came at me and allowed them to flag my pages.
Yeah.
PJK Slay, Layla Wells, and Khalil Money, they flag my pages. They don't have no copyrights to any of their stuff. So what Google said, or Government said, is sue us. They don't think I got the kahunas to sue them. But I sort of know, hey, y'all messing with the wrong one. See, I used to tell people, I used to be bold. I said, I'm like Ice Cube. I'm the wrong Israelite to F with. You can mess with them Hebrew Israelites.
You see, but
F with me.
Right.
If you F with me, you messing with the wrong one. Because once I get started, I'm hard to stop. I don't even know how to stop. I had an issue with the police up on LaSalle one day. And I was like, hey, man, I told them to call you and stuff because they put a boot on the car. I said, look, call the police and let's try to settle this. Because once I get started,
Right.
they said, look, man, if you was on the west side, we would have shot you. Because I was, hey, they ain't want to deal with me. They say, hey, we going to get rid of this boy. But once I got started, I was hard to stop. I couldn't even think of stopping. But then I came to my senses and said, hey, boy, you better stop before these people shoot you.
Yeah, seriously. Sometimes
one of them at me. I was like, y'all gonna shoot me? Hey, you keep acting up.
Sometimes we react a lot. We're reactionary people. We react from our emotions when a lot of times we need to start reacting from here. That will prevent us from setting our own selves up for disaster.
I'm a principled person. It's hard for me to realize when you touch that principle. Like my niece called me, but she didn't tell me it was the police at her door. She said some people at my door, they don't leave my door. So I was like, hey, nephew, let's go handle this or whatever. We run up there and the police whip the guns out like, what you doing? Oh, you got the police. Just close the door. They ain't got no search warrant. We can't wrestle with them. He's trying to get us killed. Just close your door and don't worry about it.
But you know what? That doesn't even work a lot here because they'll shoot you through your door. I mean, they say they have the wrong house. They done shot up your whole family in my city. Like,
but you don't sit up in the door and argue with them.
No, don't do that. Right? I agree with that.
Hey, I'm closing this door. Y'all can talk to this door.
Yeah. And you know, it's a shame that I've had to teach my grandchildren, especially the boys, what to do when the police stop them. You know what I'm saying? And that's a damn shame. That
if you want them alive, you better teach them.
Yeah, and when they see the lights, it's like it's a fear that our people have automatically. Like, damn, you know.
The right to remain silent is what black people don't get in their head when they come. I don't care what you ask me or what you talk about. If you're gonna lock me up, put my hands back here and let's go through this process. And this process allows me to be quiet through the whole thing. I ain't got to say nothing. So once you do your thing and I don't give you nothing to argue with, send me home.
You know what's crazy is, speaking of, I was stopped one day. I was riding in the car with a young man. We were coming from work and he was taking me home. And next thing I know, okay, we got pulled over. I said, okay, that's no problem. But then the next thing I know was like 6 different cars. Police cars behind, you know, and they were pulling up on the side and the front. I'm like, what the hell did you do? It's like, nothing. What did you do? I'm like, nothing. So they said, step out of the car, step out of the car. So they had me sitting on the curb, and then they had him, you know, they were questioning him. You fit the description. I've never been so damn scared in my life. I just knew that was my day. I was going to meet my creator. I'm like,
they locked me up at the domestic violence court. They said, look, man, you've been one of the easy, because I didn't give them no argument. When I looked and seen they was up there, probably for me, I didn't know. I was like, let me get off this floor with them.
Yeah.
And then when I tried to make my escape, they was like, hey, come here.
You said you made your escape.
I was trying to make my escape. I headed for that elevator, but
right.
It was like, come here. You going to jail today.
You say your ass ain't going nowhere. You going right with us, buddy.
I had nothing to say to them.
Yeah, because
I was like, y'all can't take me out of this building because I got to go in there. I'm on trial today. I got to go see these people. That's why I'm here. That's why y'all come get me, because I'm in Arkansas and y'all ain't expedite nothing.
Right.
But y'all knew I was going to be here today because I got to go to court. And y'all take me out this courtroom without going to court, y'all blood's going to be in.
They not expediting nobody from Chicago. You'll be in the county for like 8 damn months.
Yeah, man, hey, look, I wasn't worried about nothing. But they didn't arrest me properly. They didn't read me my rights and all of that. I've sent my letters to Illinois. They know what's going on. I just sent them to the federal marshals about they FBI informant, and I just sent letters to Google and stuff. I deal with documentation.
You know, that's another reason why I started the magazine is because I kept getting shut down after certain interviews. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn. So if I'm losing all my social media outlets, what the hell can I do? And then, the magazine idea came and I said, they can't take that from me. That's freedom of speech, real freedom of speech, especially if I create it and I distribute it. And that's what I decided to do. So now, even if my channels are gone, I automatically download the recordings and then I can actually do interactive where they can actually see
Well,
the videos.
I got plenty of hard drives. Well,
You say
I got plenty of hard drives.
Yeah.
I got plenty of hard drives. And no, they took down my YouTube channel.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay.
I got all the information right here.
He's showing his good stuff, y'all. He's showing how you're getting around.
So people know, they say, hey, Israel, if you want to know something, he got it over there in them hard drives.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why, see, they called the police and told them I had child porn, which I somewhat had child porn. Somebody sent it to me. I looked at it. They sent it to me on Facebook.
And so it was in your computer.
It was in my phone.
Oh shit.
When I had told the world, I was like, hey, somebody sent me some child porn, but I didn't know how to delete it at the time. So what happened is
so you never opened it.
Right. Them conscious community people called the sheriff department and say, hey, he got child porn. But what they was trying to do is get them to get my hard drive. So they tried to make me a pedophile and put child porn in my life to get my hard drives, because they know the information is on the hard drives. It's up here too, but the physical information is right there on the hard drive. So they sent the sheriffs to my house. I come walking home, I see them sitting in front of my house, like, what the hell is going on? And so they talking to me, and I say, yeah, I pulled my phone out. So I don't know how to delete it. There you go, right there. You can see who son it. You can see what they son. I ain't looking at it. I seen the thumbnail in this. I knew there was something I didn't want to look at. Though her son said he sit down and he watched it and told you all about it. The man was this big and put it in the girl. All of that stuff, like, huh? How I get the police call on me, but y'all won't call them on him?
Wait, do you remember who sent it?
Oh, it was a woman from Chicago. I came up here to the Young Pharaoh gig, and I met this woman. So this woman that I met at this Young Pharaoh gig sent me the child porn. I'm like, don't send me that. You need to report it. Because once she sent it in the email or in the inbox on Facebook, I don't know where it came from, and I wasn't trying to search it down. If I hit that, then I become a participant. So I was like, I know what it is. I see the thumbnail, but I ain't touching that.
Okay, let me ask you this. Do you think that she could have been a plant? She actually planted that for you.
Well, I knew her from the conscious community. She dealt with Young Pharaoh, and Young Pharaoh still deals with them people to a certain extent. He know them all. He was there the day that they did the news conference in Harlem. So he still got ties to them people. And I was like, y'all ain't got Young Pharaoh to tell this woman to send me some child porn? What's going on here? But see, what they fail to realize is that's New York, that's Florida, that's Arkansas. It's national now. It's just not one state. Y'all made false police reporting in 3 states. See, what then took place with me asking this question is the RICO that took place. Because all of them that made over $10,000 on their YouTube website with this Bambata stuff, that put you in federal court right there. So all of them that did the racketeering thing, Layla Wells trying to get her documentary to Hulu, Netflix, or whoever. They done made enough money that they could be considered racketeering people. They didn't protect her son enough to where they can make their money.
I see.
So to me, they racketeers. They need to be put under RICO.
I got you.
And that way you just don't get Bambaataa, you get everybody that's been helping Bambaataa for years.
Got you.
That's why when Ron Savage came out, I have audio of Ron Savage saying, "Where's the boy at?" Have you ever heard anybody say that Ron Savage been asking for the boy? Now, he's the first victim to come out and say Bambaataa been molesting people for years. But when he asked about, that's why Star, Troy Terrain, and Layla Wills been attacking. Star made a whole channel and started saying this political figure, Ron Savage, was trying to extort the Zulus. See, now they're attacking him.
Mm-hmm.
But when I told him about them trying to attack me, he had no help for me.
I got you. I got you. I see. Well, I just want to say, again, where are we going to be able to find the documentary once it comes out?
Well, hopefully at that time I got enough money that I'm back on my I've been on Apple TV, Roku, and
Okay.
Fire Sticks and different stuff. But my money ran low now, so I'm not publishing on them anymore. But I look to start publishing again because I have paper so I can publishing on the networks again. So April the 1st, 2022, it's gonna be on publication. It's gonna be on Apple TV. It's gonna be on Roku. It's gonna be on Fire Stick. You don't have to pay to get it though.
Right.
See, that's what I didn't know. I was like, take this $500. I want to publish on these sites. Well, I only did that 2 months because I didn't have money coming back. Because I wasn't charging people to see the product and stuff that I was putting out there.
Right.
I just wanted to see how you do it. And once I learned how you do it, I said, okay, I need a little money. Once I get a little money, then I start publishing on these sites again.
Right, I got you. So we will keep you all informed as to when and where you'll be able to find it, just in case he doesn't come back to see us. But I hope he does, because I would like a follow-up.
Oh yeah, we can do a part 2 whenever.
I would love to do
the date get close.
Yes. That is what I would like to do.
That way you'll still know I'm still alive. They ain't killed me yet. But,
Well, we'll keep in touch. I'll just make sure randomly, like, hey, you still here, right? They ain't got you.
You'll see my posts on Facebook. That's what I tell my family and stuff, because my phones and stuff off right now. I say, just look on Facebook. Okay. Once you see me active, hit me in the inbox. I'm there.
Okay, and same here. You just keep in touch and let me know that everything is going okay. And I will send you a link to the magazine. You will be in November's edition as well.
Yeah, so I might need to advertise in there. So
yes, indeed. You know we're going to talk offline. You already know. So just want to say thank you so much for coming through. This is none other than Israel Doctrine, you guys, Brother Carl, and Mother D says, thank you for your truth. And yes, we do. We do thank you for standing on your square. And we will be praying that everything will go wonderfully, that you'll be protected by your angels, by God, and that you can keep getting the word out. So until next time, thank you so much, my brother.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Peace, my brother. So that was a great interview, you guys. Another great interview. Got a little deep there, as we knew it was going to be. I'm scared to see who's going to have a rebuttal. But whenever I have a question about certain things, like I said, I always go to the sources. And it was time. It was time to get a little bit of background